definitely did it too.
All right, here we go. It's about to start streaming.
You get ready?
Yeah.
Streaming?
Yeah.
You go?
It's streaming. All you gotta do is get ready to record.
Okay.
Don't be scared now.
What's going on, guys? Alright, you do your introduction, sir?
Are we recording?
Yeah, I think.
Are we?
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, we are. Here we are. You on? What's going on, everybody?
What's up, y'all? 18 podcasts. Once again. More burgers, more homicide, more wings, more things. This is KC, the only Clipper fan, probably ever that you'll ever see. And to my left, to your right, is my main man, my ace boom, Michael, the Knicks fan Piercy. What it do?
And that much.
And we're here. We're here again with another episode, and this time, as you see in the introduction, we're actually covering two things that actually happened. We're actually covered two losses, should I say? We actually lost a legend in the hip hop community last week. If you don't know, I'm sure everybody knows who this guy is, and especially when you hear his voice. He goes by the name of DJ K Slay, aka otherwise known as the Drama King, Mr. Exclusive. And also, we also lost one of our coaching legends from the Hall of Fame, Jay Wright. Now, we didn't lose him physically, but he will not be coaching anymore as far as we know. He's actually stepped down early this week. He's actually made the announcement that he'll be stepping down from coaching the Villanova Wildcats, just fresh off their Final Four run. So,
Sad to hear.
Definitely sad to hear. But we're gonna get into it. And first, let's get into something that Mike likes the best, which is hip hop, rap, and music. When you first heard about the passing of K Slay, I mean, it just took me back. It just it showed my morality, should I say? Not morality, but just to know that, wow, man, it's like no, like it can be over like just like that. Because I remember when I was buying K-Slay mixtapes, like getting the CDs. I was buying like the 45 minute, the 90-minute tapes, 45 on one side, 45 on the other, and what's your take on it, Mike?
It was shocking. It was sad, of course.
Of course.
I just remember the days of supporting K-Slay music, his mixtapes, even his albums. Like he had a couple of albums. I mean, they was bona fide mixtapes, but
right. We're talking mixtapes. This is not for you young kids. For you young kids out here, you have no idea of what it takes, to go get these mixtapes and these exclusives and stuff like that. This is when we had to actually go out and do the work. Like we heard a song on the radio or whatever the case may be, or if we just heard about a particular artist, he was coming out with an album. Certain DJs who you would go to break your new music, you would go to like maybe Clue. You probably go to S&S. You probably go to Cutmaster C. DJ Ron G or something like that. Of course, K Slay. Who's another DJ? Of course, Cosmic Kev. If you're in Philadelphia, we got to go to Cosmic Kev.
I'm trying to think. S&S.
DJ S&S is another one, right?
Cutmaster C, I think he said that.
Yeah, Cutmaster C. Yep.
Who was he talking about? Not Ron G.
I remember there's a DJ. I think his name was like Big Mike or something like that.
Yeah,
DJ Big Mike.
DJ Big Mike, yeah.
Yeah, DJ. And I'll even take it
on Breakfast Club. DJ Envy.
DJ Envy. Oh yeah, definitely DJ Envy. Yeah. And these were the guys that you would go to, to cut your new stuff. Like if you have a new album coming out, like you needed to get promoted and stuff like that. you would go to these DJs. They'll probably play it in the club. They'll play it on the radio. You get a chance to actually like dub it or tape it, or whatever the case may be. Do you have any recollections on like your first mixtape that you ever bought? You know, I know I do, but
the one I actually paid for, or the one I
like your first actual mixtape. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think the first mixtape. I don't know the first mixtape. I know one of the first.
Okay.
It was a Clue tape, 456. I think.
Ooh, classic. Yeah. That was the one with the Riddler intro, the Batman Riddler intro.
I think so.
Yeah, with this one like Batman Returns. Oh wait, I'm sorry, not Batman Returns. My bad. Was it Batman and Robin? Was it?
I don't know.
I think it was. I know Val Kilmer was in it.
So long ago.
I know Val Kilmer was in it. Yeah, that was the Jim Carrey intro because he was like Captain Kill. That one. Yeah, and that's when I remember they had a series on there was the Foundness part 1, 2, and 3 with Nas. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Come on, man. This is what I do here. Yeah. I'm trying to figure other songs that were on there. I know Mobb Deep and a couple Mobb Deep songs. A lot of Mobb Deep songs are on there. I think this is when Nas' album was about to come out. I think what was the second? It was written.
Did it have which one had Drop a Gem on it?
That was this one. That was 456 because 456 had what's the name of that joint?
Because I remember I was like, it had this little subtle pop disc on it.
Right.
A lot of people probably
with the
probably went over their heads with.
What's the name of that? I'm trying to figure out what is the name of that song. Rep the QBC. That's what it's called. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what else songs on there. This is like, guys, for all those listening and watching at home, this is off the top of the dome. They had I know the Founders was on there because It Was Written was about to come out because it was summertime. It was like spring, summer. And It Was Written was about to come out. So they had a couple It Was Written tracks was on there. Like Taking in Blood was on there. A couple Akinelli songs were on there. Yeah, shout out to Akinelli, whatever you're doing right now. Let me see, what else? I think Redman was on there too. Redman, couple, what's the name? Big Fame, Bobby Dance, MOP. Yeah. But my first mixtape was DJ Clue, Heat Wave, 90, I'm not sure it was 94 or 95. I think it was 95. Because Ready to Die came out when? 95, right? 90, so it was Heat Wave 94 then. Okay, yeah, so I got Heat Wave 94. Then I had Summertime. I don't know if it's Summertime Stick Up, but it was something. But anyway, K-Slay was the same thing. I remember like some of my favorite K-Slay albums, especially when the Diplomat movement came out. Oh man, he was heavy on the Diplomat movement. Anything on K-Slay's album, like Diplomats, Jim Jones, Hell Rell, Cameron, you know.
A lot of like Clue was more like had a lot of mainstream rappers, but like K-Slay had like a lot of little underground rappers that you probably wouldn't be checking for,
like a Papoose or something like that. Yeah,
you know.
Right. Yeah. Just what he meant to the rap community to me is like he didn't put all that garbage rap on there. Yeah. Like anytime you listen to the K-Slay show or anything like that, if you were able to get it, or you either get one of like some of his CDs or albums and stuff like that, with promos and stuff like that. Like you never got no trash rap on there. Like you definitely got
just straight lyrics.
Straight hardcore, lyrical, lyrically gifted dudes are on the mic who just not getting shine like that. But then all of a sudden they become big. But K-Slay was K-Slay, and then also K-Slay used to get in beef with cats too. I used to love that. Like sometimes we would get those. What was the name of the DJ who used to always play all the disc joints? P Cutter or something like that. Yeah, shout out to P Cutter. Yeah, P Cutter did. I remember they played the interview with like I forgot who it was. Was it I think was it Envy and K Slay or something like that? They were beefing about something. Oh man, K Slay was just going in on him like just talking to him in the old type of way, and but it's K Slay. He's a drama king. He don't care. You know, that's what he's about. But I definitely know like I'm gonna miss him. The hip hop community is gonna miss him because he was definitely a part of that.
It's been a long time since I listened to like a mixtape CD or whatever. But yeah, he definitely.
Yeah, I mean, half of my diplomat stuff was off of K Slay, like Money Cash Hoes remix. That was all. I mean, the Money Cash Hoes freestyle that was off of DJ K Slay. Let me see what else. A lot of Hell Rail freestyles. I still have on the crazy part. I still have on my iPod, courtesy of K Slay. A couple Mary J. Blige remixes, courtesy of K Slay. Because Clue wasn't. You know what is? I mean, Clue was hitting all like some of the mainstream guys and stuff like that, like the Nas and stuff like that. K Slay was hitting that straight gutter. He was. K Slay was in that gutter. He was underground in that hood. Getting it. So definitely, K Slay is definitely one of my favorite DJs and stuff like that. Like besides Clue and SNS and everybody.
Like my early Locks music was like from K Slay.
Yes.
A lot of
You did a couple freestyles they used to do on with K Slay. Like this is like early Locks, like Harlem Yonkers, Mace, Chill on the Corn type stuff like that. Yeah. Early Locks. Then after that, then it's famously known as the Stretch Armstrong show and stuff like that. So, but yeah, definitely. I would have to say, I definitely have a lot of K Slay CDs. I mean, if you go up in my room and stuff like that, and there's like this big old shoebox full of CDs, you can see a lot of them say K Slay, some Clue joints. Then after a while, when we started learning how to download music and stuff like that, that's when we started having, you could download a whole K Slay album and just get whatever song that you want and stuff like that, which kind of like hurt the game. But we ain't care. It's free music we're getting. Napster, Juarez, whatever the case, LimeWire, Hey, listen. Did you have LimeWire?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had it. Yeah, they shut that down. I remember one time, quiet as kept. I remember I downloaded it at work on the work computer. Yo, man, they came to me and they just said, "Yo, did you download all these songs? Like, who's on Skino?" I was like, "Skino? Like, that's the guy from State Property." He was like Mr. Osborne, like we can fire you right now because like you're not supposed to be downloading music on these files and stuff like that. I was like, "Oh, we weren't? Oh, sorry. Just delete them." Because by then I already done burned like I done burned like 2 CDs already. So I was like, I don't care. But yeah, man, like the mixtape game. I mean, like the mixtape game definitely lost like a gem, in K Slay, and hopefully it'll be like on YouTube. It'll stream like it's like his homegrown service and stuff like that. I know. Hopefully, a lot of rappers will come up and represent him. Because of K Slay.
Put a lot of people on.
He put a lot of people on. He's still. And the crazy part is, he's still putting people on now, even though he's he's no longer with us. But I'm still like I'm sure there's like other projects he was supposed to come out with and stuff like that. But yeah, man. I mean, but to all the DJs out there, keep doing your stuff. Maybe if I can go in the garage, I can find some other mixtapes and stuff like that. Definitely my Clue. Definitely find some Clue tapes. Do you have a favorite K Slay joint or?
I honestly can't remember off the top of my head a specific K Slay album.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you have a favorite DJ you have a favorite mixtape of all time? Like let's say, like oh my god, all my music is gone. Like
I think Clue 456 probably one of my favorite ones.
Okay, that was classic. Okay. I like Fall Part 1. Fall Part 1 was good. Holly Hold Up was good too.
And he had like Clue had like a freestyle, like all freestyle joint.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the freestyle. One of my favorite Clue freestyles was the one they had Joe Buttons and Fabulous on it.
Yes. Is that Illuminati?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think. I'm sorry, I was distracted by this. Yeah. I'm not sure the name of it. I know it had that. I know the job I had.
Mm-hmm.
We kept thinking that Joe Buttons was Rasheed Wallace. For some reason, I don't know why. Because I know she was supposed to be coming out with an album.
She could flow too. Shout out to Rasheed Wallace. She had bars. Rasheed Wallace had bars. I remember he was rapping off of oh man, it was one of those Drake beats or something like that. He was killing it. Yeah.
We thought that was she for a long time. Then
I was definitely not she.
Like Joe Buttons.
Totally different type of flow. Yeah, I would say one of my favorite mixtapes were. It's definitely 4, 5, 6 and Fall Part 1 because it had like all the Founders episodes on there. Another good album, another good mixtape that I had, Quiet as Kept, was Cosmic Kev's Gilly the Kid, Validation. That was good. Can't forget what's his face? Green Lantern Public Enemy #1, Beanie Siegel. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then also even the Cosmic Kev joint. The Cosmic Kev, that's the Beanie Siegel.
And he got smacked up for putting that out.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Green Lantern also had the Champions here, the Jada Kids.
Oh, we can't forget about the Champions here. And did he do what's his face? Did he do
Public Enemy number was better, but
yeah, you know one of my favorite mixtape series was Clinton Sparks. We Got It for Cheap, Part 1, 2, and 3. Woo! Part one was just hard. Part 1 was hard. Part 2 was banging because that's when they came out with their album. Like they came out with Hell Hath No Fury, stuff like that. And 3, that's when they had like more re-up gang and stuff like that. It was more the re-up gang and stuff like that. Even though 1, 2, and 3, but 2 I think showed like Sandman and F Lava just going for theirs, you know, and a little bit of Pharrell too. And Pharrell was voicing his rap chops too. So yeah, so I definitely, DJ K, so you're definitely going to be missed, sir. You know, I send my condolences to the family. We definitely send our condolences to the family from the 18 podcast. And you're definitely a gem, dude. So, rest well, sir.
Yeah, definitely. I guess we're going to get into Jay Wright's abrupt retirement.
Yes.
See that coming.
I mean, I thought it was fake news when I first saw it. To be honest with you, because I was like, he just came off the Final Four, so I'm like, maybe he wants to run it back again. A couple of his kids were probably going to be leaving anyway, but he just I was like, all right, cool.
Like Jay is like it's from a different breed. Like when you got you had powerhouses like Duke, North Carolina, but like in Kentucky and Kansas, but like majority of their players don't stay for 4 years. Like Jay's players stay at least 3.
Right.
I think Mikal Bridges stayed for 3 years, right?
Yeah, most of them stayed for like 3. I don't really think anybody stayed for 1.
And they're not like he doesn't really have like stars like superstar recruits that come through there. To me anyway.
Well, he gets to know what it is about Jay Wright that I like. He doesn't get all the high profile players. He gets the players that he wants. Yeah. Like Scotty Reynolds. Like he wanted Scotty Reynolds.
And they fit his system.
That's right.
And they play hard for him.
And look how far they go. Yeah. Even though you might be staying, 2 and 3 years and stuff like that, but in those 2 or 3 years, like maybe the first couple years you're going to like the Sweet 16, Elite 8 or something like that, and you're getting knocked out. By the time you get to your junior, senior year, you're going to the Final Four. Yeah. And even then they still have like
Jalen Brunson, didn't he win 2 championships?
Yeah, and he's having a pretty productive, NBA career right now. Like he's in the playoffs right now. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, doing it like his dad, Rick Brunson.
He'll be a Knick next year. Watch. Recruiting.
Rick Brunson?
No, Jalen.
You better off getting Rick. Everybody want to come to the Knicks or something like that. Paul George going to the Knicks. No, he's not.
He was supposed to be.
No, he wasn't. He had no intention. He had no intention.
It was Kawhi. Kawhi was supposed to be the Knicks.
Kawhi had no intention of going to the Knicks.
It's sold out.
In what world? Well, you can get Zion Williamson. You can have Zion Williamson. He can go to the Knicks. Now you don't want him now?
I mean, I'll take him, but,
You can bring the whole team back together. You got RJ, you got Cam Reddish, and now you got Zion. Don't you want the Evil Empire back together in Gotham City? No? Speaking of which, did you get a chance to see the Batman yet?
Yes,
Did you like it?
It's
All right. That joke's rugged. What do you mean?
It's just a lot of talking for 3 hours.
Nah, it's a lot of fighting for 3 hours. It's a lot of fighting for 3 hours because, this was like the shortest time I ever seen Batman as Bruce Wayne. It was Batman. All right, he might change to Bruce Wayne real quick. Back to Batman again, punching people out in the club.
I did like the Riddler.
Yeah, Riddler wanted all. He wanted all the smoke. He wanted all the smoke. Now,
I liked it.
Spoiler alert. Was that the Joker in there that he was talking to? Or he was talking with? You remember, towards the end when he was in the cell next to him at Arkham?
I don't know. I actually plan on watching it again.
You fell asleep, didn't you?
I did.
Jesus Christ.
I told you it was a lot of talking. Too much dialogue.
I saw it in the movie theater. It was dark. I almost nodded off too. However, I was keeping focus on the Riddler though, because the Riddler was about his business. It wasn't, in no disrespect to the Jim Carrey Riddler, because he's a national treasure too. But if you're looking for the Jim Carrey type, jumping around and stuff like that, you came to the wrong place.
That's why I like the Dark Knight for the Joker. That was one of my favorite Jokers because of how sinister he was.
Well, Jack Nicholson was sinister too, and he had two names. You know what his name was in the first one?
No.
Jack Napier. No, that's what his name was, Jack Napier. You remember? He ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I remember that line. It's been over 30 years since I've seen that Batman.
No, you got to pay homage, man. Pay homage to the Batman. Pay homage to the Batman because who do you think is the better Batman? I know you're not gonna say Michael Keaton. You're damn sure not gonna say George Clooney or Val Kilmer.
Michael Keaton, I'm my favorite Batman.
You think he was?
Actually,
Christian Bale.
I'm gonna say something funny. Adam West, still.
Well, he's the original Batman.
I know, still he's my favorite. I'm still the Batman, the Bam, the Bow, and that Batman is really
You like the old Joker, old Catwoman, stuff like that. Rest in peace, Eartha Kitt. She was fine back then too.
But if I had to pick a Batman a more recent one, it'd be Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton with the black turtleneck and everything. Okay, all right, makes sense. No, yeah. Listen, Michael Keaton Batman was cool. I liked him because he was kind of funny but not funny. He had comedic timing and stuff like that. Christian Bale was just more serious and stuff like that, just being an a-hole and stuff like that. It was remember the hotel scene where he was like, "Sir, you have to tell your friends this is not a swimming pool. I'm making new rules. I'm about to buy this hotel." Straight a-hole, yo. With Michael Keaton is just I'm a Batman. Whatever. But it's definitely See, when I would definitely watch it when during the day and stuff like that. Don't get anything big to eat. Don't get a big size meal or anything like that because you're gonna go right to sleep. It's gonna put you to sleep. But it's it's good though. Zoe Kravitz played a great Selena Kyle / Catwoman. Oh, you saw that part though, right? Oh, okay. All right, no doubt. Now somewhere. This is what I'm saying in regards to the Catwoman. Now somewhere, I know Eartha Kitt's down smiling. She was shining down smiling, and Michelle Pfeiffer's probably smiling somewhere too. She's like, "You played my part right." Now I don't know about the Halle Berry Catwoman. That was terrible. They just probably put Catwoman. They probably just how are we gonna make this thing fly? Put Halle Berry in it. Have her scantily clad. And with a whip. All the guys are gonna go see it because I saw it. I'm guilty of it, but I think when it comes down to the best Catwoman, it's like a toss-up between Zoe and Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer was tough in that joint too. You know.
What about the Catwoman in Dark Knight Rises? You like that?
Oh, Selena. Oh yeah. Anne Hathaway. Yeah, she was alright in that too. I like doing that too. Yeah.
That's what that was?
Yeah, Anne Hathaway. Yeah. Dark hair. Yeah, she was alright. I liked her in that too. She was dope. But I think all four, like those are the four I like. Or was that three? Still there's three. Yeah, Anne Hathaway, Eartha Kitt, Zoe Kravitz, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yes, four. Yeah, those four. But yeah, definitely a good movie. I'm sure you've seen Spider-Man: Far From Home. You gonna go see Doctor Strange probably when that comes out. I imagine. Yeah, why not? You got Sherman Garath in that joint. I remember him from the video games and stuff like that. You know, I remember him from the comics too. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out.
yeah, so that's back to Jay Wright. We just went off on a tangent real quick. Back to Jay Wright. 2 NCAA championships, 4 Final Fours, 5 Big East chips. Coach of the Year in 2006. 6-time, Big East Coach of the Year. He's 34-16 in the NCAA tournament. As a whole. He's pretty much won on most levels. 4-4 in the NIT. He's 27-15 in the Big East tournament altogether. My question to you, Mike, is what's next for Villanova? Because now that Coach Wright is not there,
Black guy?
Kyle Neptune.
Yeah, he's a black guy, right?
Yeah, with Kyle Neptune, right? What do you think he has to do to get them back in the tournament again? Because you can't. It's not like you have that presence of Jay Wright. Like, hey, I'm Jay Wright, and he walks in like, yo, I'm going to Nova.
I heard he's still going to be still part of the program to an extent, but just not the coach. He's still around.
Okay.
He's not going nowhere. They said.
But probably give him a statue or something.
I don't know. Just follow his formula, I guess.
Yeah, but it's not Jay Wright though.
I know.
No, that's the thing. Like, do you think kids are still gonna? You think kids are still gonna go to Nova? I think, to be honest with you, I think the recruiting might fall off like by a couple years, just a couple years. I mean, till Kyle Neptune like prove himself and stuff. Also, it's unfortunate, but I think a lot of kids are going to start using that transfer portal too. That transfer portal, that's making that thing like the Wild Wild West. You know what I mean? Like it's just like this, Mike. It's like, look.
So it's the same as like I know they got it in football. It's the same thing in basketball.
Yeah, it's like, listen. If I'm not, let's say you and I are on the same team. All right, you're the starter of the team. I'm not the starter of the team. I'm not getting any time. Before, I'd just be stuck there. Now I can just be like, you know what, coach, I don't like it here. I'm not getting any time. I don't think you are using me to the best of my ability. I'm transferring. Where are you transferring to? Don't matter. And you can play that same. You can play that same year if you transfer. Like if you transfer this coming fall, you will be able to play like come basketball season. Like bet it. So and I think that's probably why some of these older coaches like Jay Wright's up there. Like the Fran Dumphries, Chris Max, Mark Turgeon at Maryland. I think that's probably why they're starting to step down because it's like, what's the use?
Didn't Fran Duffy go to St. Joe's, right? Fran Duffy?
Nah, he was at he was at Penn, then he was at Temple.
I know he was at Temple, but I think he was going to. I thought I heard something saying
he's at LaSalle now.
LaSalle, that's
yeah, he's at LaSalle now. So
I knew it was one.
I think LaSalle should be good. LaSalle should be good now because they got Fran Dumphy, but I don't know what they're going to do for recruiting and stuff like that because LaSalle seems to always get lost in the recruiting battle and stuff. In regards to. But like I said, this might actually work out for LaSalle now in regards to Nova, like taking a step down. Now it just makes an even playing field for like Temple, Drexel, Penn. LaSalle, St. Joe's, and stuff like that. So yeah, I think Temple might come out as a city powerhouse.
I missed those days back in the day. I mean, Temple, LaSalle, St. Joe's, and they had like a lot of them.
Kids actually stayed home. Yeah. Kids ain't staying home no more. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to go play on TV somewhere. Yeah, seriously. It's like, where you going? I'm trying to go to UCLA. You might not get any time. All right, well, I'll just transfer then. Yeah, I'll transfer. I'll transfer for 4 years straight. And I seen some kids do that. Some kid, I think he went to like 5 colleges or something like that. Like one, he got I think transferred once, and he transferred again from a red shirt. Then the COVID hit, so that gives you another year. Then he transferred again, and he transferred again. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, don't you... Yeah, so it's like, and then also too, Jay Wright is, countless kids into the NBA. Most of them had like pretty great careers. Like, Ryan Archidiakono, Eric Paschal, Robinson Earl, Malik Waynes, Randy Foy, Kyle Lowry, Josh Hart, Dante Cunningham, Alan Ray, Amari, Sadiq Bey, Jalen, Kyle Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's somebody seen him. He not on Milwaukee anymore. But
DiVincenzo?
Yeah, he got traded. I forgot who he got traded
I think he is with. Let me check for you. He might be with the. I thought he was with the Bulls or something. DiVincenzo. Hold on a second. That's a good question. DiVincenzo, actually, he plays for. X plays with Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah, he got traded.
He got traded.
Yeah, he got traded to Sacktown.
They're
right though, because they got the Aaron Fox. They have Sabonis over there. But they should be all right. They're making progress over there.
Yeah, players. They just don't. I mean, they were like almost. At one point, they were kind of there. But...
Yeah, they're making progress. I mean, but definitely Philly's going to be up for grabs. But it's definitely a loss in the the Nova community that Jay Wright stepping down. I mean, I'm not sure why he stepped down so abruptly. Who knows? But only he knows. Only him and his family know. So hopefully maybe it's just a time for him to, he's been away from so long. Just traveling. Also, he's played with, he's coached Team USA too, along with Popovich, being assistant coach. So I'm sure that's probably wore on him too, just all that, just traveling and things of that sort, plus COVID and everything. So yeah, it's like, hey.
I know I'm definitely going to try to catch a Temple game this year.
Oh, most definitely. I'm trying to catch all the games. This is what I'm trying to do.
But next year.
Well, once basketball season starts, this year, I'm also trying to get to like some summer games too, man. Try to get to some, to the Danny Rumph class at LaSalle. It's like standing room only, on the first days, because that's when the stars come out like that. I think like Thursday, Friday, or something like that. Also, maybe some AAU games and stuff like that too. They have. I'm not sure if they're going to have it at Jefferson this year at their gym. Well, it's known as Philly U. I believe they might have something at Penn Charter. Some of the other like little private schools at Abington Friends, they might have like different little tournaments, summer tournaments for their school for the kids and stuff like that. So, I want to send a shout out to Danielle and her boy Jason. I believe they're in the tournament in Pittsburgh. Hopefully, you guys are doing okay up there. Good luck in that. But yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of basketball over the summer. So don't fret. Right after the playoffs, the finals, stuff like that. Summer AAU basketball starts. Actually, AAU basketball starting up now. So AAU basketball, just regular summer league ball, rec ball, playing church league basketball, which like you're about to get into soon. So yeah, man, there's definitely a lot of stuff. So stay tuned. But definitely, unfortunately, we lost Jay Wright's a natural treasure in the coaching community and stuff like that. But hopefully, he'll still stay active. He'll still, come back to teach the kids and hold clinics and stuff like that. So I just can't wait to see what he's going to do. And congratulations on your next, chapter, your next endeavors.
Yeah.
So other than that, man, we pretty much covered. We covered K Slay. We covered Jay Wright.
Since this is a hip hop station channel, did you check out Pusha T album yet?
I definitely caught his album. I gotta listen to it again. It's produced by Kanye West. If you haven't got it, listen to it. It's definitely good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay. He's been better.
Yeah, it actually sounds like old Pusha T. Sounds like got it for cheap. It sounds like got it for cheap Pusha T.
Lyrically is there.
Mm-hmm. How you like production?
It could have been better.
You kind of easy?
You know, I think it could have been a little better.
Okay, who do you want doing his production, Mike?
I mean, Kanye is fine. It's just
Who do you want doing his production, Mike? Talk to me, because I know you're gonna have DJ Scribble or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, he could have had Premier and couple.
Primo?
Yeah, Primo.
Primo doing a Pusher album?
I would love to hear that.
You just want to hear samples.
Yeah,
You want to hear
I'd
samples.
love to hear Kanye push on the Primo track.
I can see a. You know what? I can see like a Kanye.
I'm not sure I've
Kanye.
ever heard it before. I'm sure.
Well,
I'm
I
sure I
mean,
might
I
have
remember
heard
they
it.
produced. I know Primo produced. What's his face? He produced a couple Kanye songs on Kanye's album. You know, I'm not sure why. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not sure why, but I mean, I'm not sure why not. That Kanye has the proper connections, but Kanye's perfectionist. If it's not his way, it's the highway. But it's definitely a good listen out there. Shout out to Pusha T. Welcome back. It's definitely good. Definitely good to hear. Pusha start rapping again and stuff like that. Hopefully, we can see a Re-Up Gang tour or Clips tour or something like that with No Malice and Push back together again, because I heard they're back on good terms now. So so it'd be it could be Pharrell.
Bad terms.
Huh?
I didn't know it was on bad terms.
They were on bad terms. They just like
I know
Miles didn't want to rap about like that type of lifestyle.
Which is nothing wrong with that
Oh yeah.
at all. But I know that's why they were together.
Yeah, so that's anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Well,
But I think
Go
we
ahead.
should definitely check in next time we get together, because we're gonna do our top 10 hip hop songs of all time.
of all time. Now this is past and present.
Yes.
Like
So whoever you think is the
for
top.
example, like Cream or something like that by Wu-Tang Clan. Like it's a timeless song. You know what it means anytime anytime anybody says Cream, somebody's gonna sing the chorus. Cash rules everything around me. Blank, 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 y'all. That's it. So. But yeah, I mean, once again, it's been another great episode, 18 podcasts, and like I said, we send our condolences to the great K Slay. Excuse me, send our condolences to the family, and to anybody who's ever known him, ever had his, had their music pushed by him. Definitely a national treasure, man. You're definitely going to be missed, and also congratulations on the retirement of Jay Wright. Good luck in your next endeavor. And we'll be staying tuned for whatever you guys are going to be doing. Once again, this is Casey, the only Clipper fan, and my man Mike Piercy to my left. You're right. The only Knicks fan I ever knew. And once again, 18 podcast. We're signing off, and we'll see you when we see you.
We try not to be away too long this time. Next time.
Yes, sir. There it is.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.